Yeah. I kick them all fucking going. Yeah. Live out the 718. It's the motherfucking kid, yo. What up? This is the M3L podcast, and I'm your host, M3L. Today, for the premiere episode, I figure we get into what I know best, and that's get a little bit of sports. So first and foremost, let me welcome my guest today. I got Big Hass representing the Lakers.
You know it.
And my guy, RBO Reem. Now, if you follow any of us on any social medias, you see we go at it all day long.
Yes, sir.
So we with this episode right here, fellas, I want to get into this NBA season to this point. I also want to touch on that Super Bowl a little bit. I don't want to get too much on the Super Bowl since it was so far away. It was a couple of weeks away, but I do want to touch on that.
Number 7.
I know that I'm talking to two Brady fans, so I'm going to be on the opposing side, but we are going to get into that. And matter of fact, let's start it off with that. What y'all think about that Super Bowl?
I ain't gonna lie, that it caught me by surprise, the final outcome of the game. I ain't expect Mahomes to look like that. Everybody want to blame it on penalties and just the overall play calling was just wasn't what it was supposed to have been. All year round, they were creative, mixing it up with the running pass. They had Mahomes out there running for his life. You know your offensive line is struggling. They got injury, three different injuries on the offensive line. You got to protect your quarterback at some point, and they didn't change that during the course of the game. So that kind of like alluded to how they look offensively. They look terrible. I know you want to talk about the calls. There was some questionable calls, but that's every game. It's every game. Super Bowl, regular season, divisional conference. That's how it go. And when it's not going your way offensively, then you're not getting the flags. Now it's like everybody looking to the flags. Like, oh, it's the flags. If they were playing well and the play calling was what we expected it to be, then I don't think it would have been that much of a big deal. So that's my thing on it as far as how they look. Brady didn't even play outstanding. He played well enough.
He didn't.
I think he attempted like 20 passes. Like that's just efficient enough just to get the win. So they ran the ball outstanding. Fournette looked good. So I just think they got outcoached. That's what it was.
I hear that. What you think, Rain?
Well, I'm gonna say definitely took me by surprise. I was expecting a shootout because of the Chiefs' high-power offense.
Yeah, me too.
But at the same time, I do know Tampa Bay defense started clicking. I want to say maybe about week 13 after the who they lost to in week 12 again. It was the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, they didn't lose a game, so they lost to the Chiefs.
Right. So after that game, the defense started emerging together.
I feel like the defense didn't get enough respect.
I mean, you know, it's the Brady Bowl. So
yeah, that's a fact. NFL is a quarterback's game, always and forever. But if you ask me, the MVP was the defense because that was pure shit. That was domination, man.
Yeah, I never seen Patrick Mahomes look like a second round, third round quarterback. He looked bad.
And the way they covered Tyreek Hill was impressive. Like he was ghost.
Yeah,
he was ghost.
He started going off later on in the game. The game was already up. It was already over by then.
The way they played them that first game where they lost, he went crazy early.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like this game they was well prepared for him. Like they double him, and then they kept one of the safeties back there to help with the long ball.
If you ask me, from my observation, I think they took a play out of the Belichick book where you take the best player out the game.
Facts.
That's what I seen.
That's exactly what it was, though. And like Haas said, I feel like that pass rush changed the game.
They was on him all game.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if Kansas City would have went to Kelsey early instead of trying to find Tariq deep, I feel like they would have been able to move the ball a little better because the pass rush was so crazy, it didn't give him time to get back there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And, no, not to really put the loss on Patrick, but I wanna double back on what King said. When you playing a big game like the Super Bowl or any game in the playoffs for that matter, it's about controlling the game. Whoever can control the game better will win the game. Brady wasn't impressive. He was regular. But if you look at the play calling, they controlled the game. They gave him enough what he needed.
But now don't get it twisted, Reem, because like Haas just was talking about, because I know he was talking about me, but like I felt like the reason the game got out of hand was because there was some key penalties called that where Kansas City would have got stops. Like they wasn't doing nothing offensively.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think it was going to be a heavy scoring game from what I was watching, but I saw 2 key penalties that basically put Tampa Bay on the 1 yard line on 3rd and longs.
I think the penalty, one of the penalties was on break in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. And then they called another penalty right after that.
Yeah,
and they put them on the 1.
Matthew,
Right. It put them right there on the 1. So it was like basically a touchdown. And I feel like that first penalty was like a 3rd and long.
Yeah.
So it got them a fresh new 4 downs.
Right.
So like, come on, this is Brady. Like, if you give him too many chances, he's gonna smoke you. Like, you're not gonna keep stopping him. So like when you gotta get stops, and then when you get the ball, you gotta do something with it. You ain't gonna keep scoring 3 points.
What they kicked 3 field goals, right? Correct? You can't beat Brady with 3. You gotta beat him with 7.
You gotta get 7. You gotta get 7.
Under normal circumstances, in a game like that, when you playing again, sometimes those penalties could deflate you as a team. Like you feel as though you just can't get over the hump. But I'm not really gonna give Kansas City that pass because they've been there before. Now it's like a new team who's never been on that stage. Then it's like, damn, like these guys never been here. They don't know what to expect. But they Super Bowl champion. You got a Super Bowl champion quarterback, $500 million quarterback.
That's
You've
true.
been on this stage before. Last year, the Super Bowl, Kansas City was down. They wasn't winning that game against San Fran. They came back.
That I agree on. They are the champions. But what you just said they should have did. They definitely did that.
Yeah.
And you could tell by how with the verbal conversation back and forth with Brady.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
They was already in their heads.
Mm-hmm.
Like they felt like they couldn't do nothing without a penalty being called. To the point I feel like they really, after the half, I feel like they just gave up.
That changes your
whole
defeat.
Game.
Mm-hmm.
I seen defeat in their face at halftime.
It was like they just gave up after that.
Depending on how the refs are calling the game, now as a player, you gotta watch how you approach every play. Like, damn, I don't want to jam them too hard. I don't want to hold them too much. You got your whole that shit fuck with your mental. Now you're not playing freely.
We all know in basketball as well as football, when you get to that stage in that game, that's all about adjustments.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to run the stuff you ran all season.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff they prepare for. So you got to be able to make adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel
Andy Reid got out coached.
And I feel he made no adjustments.
Yeah,
he made no adjustments.
The way they got 2 good backs back. They should have been running the ball way more.
They completely gave up on their running game, and everything they tried to do early was deep.
Yeah,
everything.
In the second half, they started to move the ball a little better because they started finding Kelsey
underneath. Yeah,
I feel like they took the deep ball away. They wasn't going to let Tyreek Hill beat them again.
No, they were playing that. They were playing 2-man all game. I swear.
And that should have been expected from a great team. Like,
but
you playing good defense.
Once again, it comes down to where controlling the game. You got to take what the defense give you. If you take what the defense give you, everything else will open up.
Exactly.
Run the ball. Then now you run the ball. You play action.
In fact, that's what Tampa was able to do. They had over 120. I think over 120 rushing yards. That was easy for Brady. That's probably the easiest game he ever played in his life.
Come on, we know.
Too easy.
You get Brady a running game.
It's too easy.
Over. Because now they start running that play action.
I think they only sacked Brady one time.
It's over. Plus, we already know Kansas City in the last 2 to 3 seasons, they can't stop the run.
Yeah.
They can't stop the run at all. So now you giving Brady a running game to when now he can play action, it was a dub.
They build their team just like that. They know that they're gonna play from ahead, so they're not worried about stopping the run. You got to pass it against us, and more than likely you're gonna make mistakes. If you're more likely to pass, the more likely tip passes, interceptions, and then they're gonna steal the game. So that's just like I said. That goes more into coaching and game adjustments, like Reem said.
Right.
It wasn't made by Andy Reid and the offensive coordinator. I think behind me or something like that. So that's number 7 for Brady. I don't even care if he won another one.
So I'm gonna end with this question, then we can move forward. So Brady coming back next season, right?
Yep.
Y'all see number 8?
That's
listen. One thing about football is hard to go back to back, man.
Yeah, facts.
Because injuries is a vital vital part of the game.
Yep.
So
I won't put it past it. It's not likely that they're gonna repeat. It's not likely.
On paper, yes.
Yeah.
But the game still have to be played.
Just based off what we know about football, like you just said, it's too many. Everything is the odds is not in your favor to repeat. So it's not likely, but I can't say that it can't happen or won't happen, especially when you got Brady at quarterback. So
that's a whole fact. So let's I want to get into this NBA season, man. Like, we got a lot of teams that did well last year, not playing so great this year. We got some teams, like some unexpected teams playing excellent.
Utah. Woo.
Utah. Reem, I'm glad you said that because that's my first question. Are the Utah Jazz for real? Or is this gold?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why you say that?
Listen, man, we seen this happen in regular seasons before. A few years ago, we seen the Atlanta Hawks go 62-20 something, 20, I believe, and got their ass swept in the East.
Yep.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell is that nigga. He nice, but he ain't that nigga to get him over the top.
I don't think they're a championship team, but I see them going further than they did last year.
So you trying to say you see them going to the West Finals?
It depends on how it matches up. Cause
that was my point.
Let's be honest. Like, the Lakers is still the favorite, even with KD, Harden, and Kyrie over there. I still got the Lakers winning it, and you know I hate dude. You know I can't stand dude, but
real quick intermission. Real quick, do you really hate dude or you just hate?
Nah, he hate him.
Okay.
Yo,
we'll get into that. We'll get into that later on.
We're gonna get into that.
You gotta start with the bullshit.
We're gonna get into that. So Reem, Haas, where you at with Utah? Is it fool's gold?
It depends. They got I think the only team that could really knock the Lakers out is the Clippers, to be honest. They had the same team they was last year, but they with Kawhi and PG, if they get hot, I think they got a chance to knock us off. I don't think anybody else could really fuck with us. I don't think Utah, they can't match up well with us. AD will be a monster in that series. There's nothing they can do with him. But something about when we play against the Clippers, AD, I don't know. He just don't look the same. I don't know what it is, but when I see him play against him, I'm like,
fragile package.
Yeah, he
already damaged. AD.
It's the something about the Clippers when we play against them. LeBron be coming with it. I ain't gonna lie, but AD just don't look. He look like he want to be cool, like the third star. Like, I don't want to be the second. I don't know if he's shying away from it. He's too passive, shooting too many jumpers, waiting for the double team to come. He got to get the ball and go. He just waiting to. I just don't see the aggression I see him play against other teams when they play against the Clippers. So I don't want to see the Clippers. I didn't want to see them last year. I think they would have beat us, but I think the West is kind of open right now. If AD's out, if we fall in the standings, like I said, it depends on the matchups. If we see the Clippers early, I don't know. It might be a little tough, but we still second right now in the West. So I like where we stand in.
I see even now with AD out, I feel it get interesting for y'all. Because with AD there, I feel like LeBron plays kind of passive. He's kind of in cruise control.
Yeah.
But I feel that's what makes him more dangerous. like I was even saying, like, you know, this is probably going to drop after this Nets and Lakers matchup. But I've been saying all day on social media, like, I would pick the Nets tonight.
Yeah.
Because knowing with LeBron's history, LeBron right here tonight, he's in cruise control. He's going to see how y'all playing him. He's going to pick y'all apart, but in his mind. So now when it comes to the real deal, everything that y'all did tonight to win is not going to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I don't like dude.
Yeah, but you see it, though.
I respect his IQ. Like, I feel that's his biggest talent.
Right.
You know what I mean? He don't have no real handle. He ain't a big shooter. You know what I mean? But he knows how to use his game to his full potential.
Facts.
Hold on. You just said he ain't a big shooter, but I'm gonna keep it real.
He getting better.
Golden State made him get his gun up.
He getting better.
Golden State made him get his gun up, bro.
He's getting better.
His shit is chips.
Nah, he's getting better.
You can't just be like, oh, I ain't gonna guard it.
Yeah, you can't just lay back and dare him to shoot no more.
Yeah.
You can't do that. What you got to do is make him try to do a move and then shoot.
Facts.
That's where you get him. But if he sit there and he think about it and he get a time to get his little rhythm together, he's a shooter.
Yeah.
And I feel like as far as with the Clippers, Kawhi puts that pressure on him to where he doesn't have that confidence to just be firing.
Nah, he gonna strip that. You show him the ball, he gonna take that.
Know what I mean? But I ain't sold on the Clippers yet. Not this team, not just yet. I like how Paul George was playing before this injury, but I'm hearing that this injury is a little more serious than they making it out to be.
Yeah.
Well, he been out what, almost 2 weeks now?
Yeah, it's been a while. They just ruled him out for I think tomorrow.
For a toe injury, so it might be a little more serious than they making it out to be.
Injury. He got the Shaq toe.
So we gonna see how that play out.
They got him questionable tomorrow, but he probably not gonna play. But 9 minutes ago they say questionable.
Yeah, nah, I don't see it.
I don't think Utah's fools go though. I think they got a legitimate shot at least to get to the conference finals though. They right now top 5 in every category, every defensive category, and I think they're like third. I think they're third in the league in scoring. So they could sprint in. They could put up points like in a hurry. So,
but now let me ask you this. And Reem, we spoke about this maybe a year or two ago with Golden State and Houston, where they was on paper good defensive teams.
Right.
Now Utah kind of been smoking everybody.
Right.
They've been every game they up by 10 or more. So is it good defense or teams taking bad shots trying to shoot their way back in the game?
I want to say good defense. They got one of the best rim protectors in the league, bro.
True.
Honestly speaking, I know my man Shaq Daddy be clowning the bigs, but
all the time.
Stepped it up,
all the time.
Yeah, I don't like when Shaq do that, but Gobert stepped it up, honey. He playing worth that big contract right now.
They lead in the league and rebounds, so that means they getting stops. They playing defense, they getting stops. So.
Now, for you to even bring that up, that's crazy to me because they don't have a legitimate power forward.
Yeah.
They actually got maybe a guard or a small forward playing power forward.
Yeah, they got Royce O'Neal and Ingles. They be running the four.
Right, so it's really just Gobert down there holding it down.
That's why I've been paying attention.
He just had a 2020 night last night.
Yeah, facts. Yep. So I think they get like I said, the playoffs start. You get hot. Those matchups, sometimes the matchup don't even matter. They were just better than us. That's just what it was. They one of those type of teams that could just. Clarkson had 40 the other night, and they playing the way I like the way they play because they play.
Clarkson is up and down, huh?
They play for each other though. You could tell that they don't care. Like even like they were saying that I don't care. Like he get 30, he get 40, he get 25.
They move the ball around.
They really play for each other. Like and you can even see that when Clarkson had the 40. Donovan Mitchell was throwing the water on him, celebrating.
They remind me of the classic Golden State teams, the way they move the ball around.
But my question is, can Donovan Mitchell get them over? Is he the guy to get them over?
But I think that's a little overrated. I think the way they share the ball and as far as what they are statistically, they last. Utah's actually last in the league in assists though. They last in the league in assists. But the way they move it, as far as breaking down the defense, that's what makes them a good team, though. As far as total team assists, they last in the league, though. They don't really have, and I think that they fell off a little bit because Conley's not playing.
Right.
I mean that Conley been out for
right.
what, like a week or two,
and he should be returning soon. If he didn't play yesterday, but I think the next game he's supposed to come back.
Yeah, they kind of teed it off as far as team total assists, but I like the way they share it. The dribble penetration to break down the defense, make that second pass. They definitely do a good job of moving the ball. So if you could do that in the playoffs and people knocking down shots, who knows? You might upset somebody.
I definitely think they're gonna turn some heads. Now the thing with them is they shoot a lot of threes, so I believe when a three ball is falling, they could be anybody.
They get hot.
Now, is that gonna transfer in the playoffs?
I'm saying it's a different animal in the playoffs.
Different animal.
And that's what I'm trying to say. We all know you need that guy that's going to bring you over the top in the playoffs. It's always been like that.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Golden State is probably the last team that we've seen in the playoffs that really Steph had played. They shared that pill that it worked actually.
Yeah.
You still need that guy that's going to get you over the top.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to win that style of play in the NBA when you don't have somebody dominating the ball. Golden State didn't have to have a man dominating the ball and win the championship. That goes back to the Pistons. They shared the ball.
Facts.
Most teams that win a championship, there's always one or two players who dominate the ball majority of the game.
Facts.
Yeah, so now it's hard to defend that type of basketball like Golden State played and Detroit played back in the day. So I guess I don't know if that's a recipe for disaster for Utah, but we'll see if it translates when the playoffs come.
But you know how it go in the playoffs. They're gonna take the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hand. Defense.
Exactly.
They're gonna force them other guys to make shots.
Yep.
So if they're gonna make shots, they could be trouble. But if those other guys don't step up, it'll be.
I think Conley's the X factor. I think he got to bring that veteran leadership, that grit, that Memphis Grizzly grit he had in Memphis, and hopefully that can get them somewhere. But I don't really, like I said, they got a legitimate shot. I don't really see them as a championship team though, not right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're a championship team. So let me ask you this now. Moving forward, are the Nets legit contenders? Can they really take the Lakers out?
Yep.
Should I open this up? Go ahead, Haas.
No, go ahead, Reem. Go ahead.
Haas.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
They got the best player in the world on their team.
Oh wow.
So you got when you got the best player in the world on your team, and you play in a position where you competing for a championship, that can offset anything that another team has to offer. And I think, like, if they say KD, LeBron, kryptonite, you could say that. I mean, the numbers don't lie. The matchup, he don't want that matchup, obviously. So, I think we know what Harden gonna bring. We know what Kyrie gonna bring. Obviously, it's the other guys. Like, and I think defensively they gonna get it. The more the season progresses, they don't have to be the best defensive team in the league. That's what people keep getting misconstrued. You don't gotta be. You just gotta get the key stops. If they're able to get the key stops in the key moments, and they got capable players who can step into those roles and do that, then I don't see why they can't win a championship this year. They could definitely win a championship this year. KD, he might be. I don't really got him as a front runner for MVP, but if they could finish top of the East, and I think he'll probably come away. He definitely gonna come back and play of the year, but I like them. They're dangerous. They're a dangerous team. I don't want them to win. Obviously, you know who I'm repping, but they definitely could take it this year. I think Joe Harris and DeAndre, obviously the other two starters is the X factors, but they could definitely win it.
What you think, Reem?
They need a center for one. They definitely need a center. DeAndre Jordan ain't shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I thought it was a bad move getting rid of Jarrett Allen.
Bad. That was definitely bad.
I thought that was a bad move.
They were supposed to keep him.
Yeah.
But like how I said, my opinion, I feel KD's the best player in the world. And when you got the best player in the world along with the best scorers in the world on your team, there's no reason why why you shouldn't win a championship.
Thanks.
We all know, yes, they're gonna give up a lot of points, but a little defense here and there can get the job done. The name of the game is basketball.
Yep.
You gotta put the rock in the hoop to win the game, and that's what they do.
Yeah, they definitely I think they top 3. They all top 20 in scoring. All 3 of them. That's not. You got 3 of the top 20 scorers in the league team. I don't know how you gonna beat that.
Now,
along with the best 3-point shooter. Sorry, no disrespect to Curry.
Joe Harris.
No disrespect to Curry.
Nah, as far as percentage wise,
yes.
Joe Harris is the guy.
That nigga is a sniper.
He's the guy.
They got Jeff Green hitting the 3 wide open. It's crazy.
Now, people, Reem, this is my take on it, right?
Okay.
I also has KD as the best player in the world, but he don't have the defenders on this team that he had on Golden State.
Yeah.
Now, he got 3 guys that could put the ball into the hole against anybody.
Thanks.
They could score the rock on anybody. But when you're playing against LeBron, he's gonna slow the game down.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now, for me, the X factor in the series is AD. And I posted this too. I said the key matchup for me is the AD versus KD matchup.
That's gonna be the matchup though.
That's the key matchup for me because KD's probably not gonna guard LeBron. And LeBron, you know LeBron's not gonna guard KD.
Who LeBron gonna guard?
Joe Harris.
Joe Harris or
Joe Harris.
Joe Harris.
Uncle Jeff.
He gonna Joe Harris. Who you think he gonna guard tonight?
Well,
Joe Harris.
But KD's not playing, so he gonna guard Joe Harris.
Joe Harris.
He better not disrespect me like that.
And like I said,
he's gonna have to get on Harden tonight.
I said it when Harden first went over there. Even with them having Harden, I got the Lakers in 6, and the Lakers in 6 because LeBron James IQ.
Yeah, I think
LeBron's gonna slow the game down, get everybody in position. Now, if you try to run with the Nets, they're gonna run it up.
Yeah,
they're gonna run it up. And I feel like Kyrie may hurt the team trying to do too much to prove he could do it without LeBron.
Yeah.
Which is like, I feel that's what he's going to do tonight. I feel Kyrie's going to go at their head.
He going for 40, though.
He's going to, and, he took himself off the ball.
He said, I'm a shooting guard.
So that he can score the rock more. And Harden took the point guard role with no problem. I think this is kind of, it makes perfect sense. And I believe this is how James Harden wants to play.
But let me say something, right? You know why it makes sense? Because Kyrie played off the ball in Cleveland, with LeBron being the main ball handler in Cleveland. Kyrie played off the ball.
Yeah.
Harden doesn't know how to play off the ball. He had, for his whole career in Houston, the rock was in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
1 year that Harden ran point guard, he led the league in assists under D'Antoni.
He actually leading the league in assists right now, actually, too.
That's a fact.
Yes, that's a fact.
Yep.
But I'm talking about when he was in Houston. He led the league in assists. He didn't know how to play off ball.
Mm-hmm.
Bring him to Brooklyn with 2 other elite scorers and surrounded by some shooters. Your best bet is to let him play the point guard. People
don't give Harden enough credit. Like, you know how much he had to sacrifice his game to. He's still getting his. Don't get it twisted. But he a scorer at heart. Naturally, he's just a natural born scorer. He's
one of the best scorers we've seen.
Yeah. So for him to take that step back and be like, you know what?
And real talk, Hass, I don't think this was a big step for him because I really feel like this is how he wants to play.
Yeah.
Even when he was scoring 35, he was still a willing passer.
Yeah, 11 assists, 12. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it ain't like he don't want to pass the ball. Like he still was giving you 8, 9 assists with 35, 40 points. So he's a willing passer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel this team is only gonna go as far as KD's gonna lead them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
KD's the key factor. He's the most efficient. Like KD gonna give you 30 with 12 shots.
I think Steph and Draymond and them taught KD how to win. Listen, I tell niggas all the time, man, if y'all don't believe KD built that roster, y'all crazy. You know what he doing.
Yeah,
he built that roster.
you know.
I'm sure, but I felt if they would have kept Jared Allen,
they'd have been a favorite.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, hands down.
Jared Allen, a walking double. He's gonna protect the rim. It's a whole dub. Remember, I told you. I told you a few days ago. You
bugging saying that. He ain't gonna be no fucking.
Jared Allen is a starter, as an all-star.
You bugging out.
I believe that. Jared Allen is a starter in the NBA as an all-star.
You drunk. Now you drunk now.
I believe that.
Too many bigs in the league.
When you brought that up, I thought
when I put the bigs. You see when I put the list up there, like who he gonna replace?
I think he's in there though. Maybe not as a starter, but the coaches is gonna bring him in there. But let me ask you about this though, because for the last couple years, everywhere he went, he been moving around the last few years, but everywhere he went, he's made winners. Which I think of CP3 leadership.
What the hell?
Oh
no!
Y'all know from following me on social media how I felt about CP3. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. That's the point guard.
Mm-hmm.
The point guard. No other way to put it, bro. He probably the best. My opinion. He probably one of the best journeymen without a ring.
Mm. First battle Hall of Fame. What's his his fourth team? I think it's 14.
Yeah, it's 14.
And
I love the fact that he's not jumping on them super teams to get a ring, because he could have did that.
Yeah.
And realistically,
he go to LA. He said, "Nah, I don't want to go there."
Realistically, he should have one already, because he was supposed to go to LA and play with Kobe and Gasol.
Yeah.
But that ain't guarantee you really was gonna get it though.
I think if you put Kobe, CP3 on the same team,
that'd have been crazy. That was a 3-peat year too. That'd have been crazy.
Definitely crazy. But also, Haas, I want to say this. As us being Kobe fans, Laker fans, that year, the pieces that they was giving up to get CP3, that was some of our best defenders.
That's true as well. That's true. So no chip is guaranteed. Well,
that's what I'm saying. On paper, and that's one thing I really learned. Last year I was with the whole Clippers and 3 shit. That shit blew up. That shit blew up in my face, man. So I said, damn, you know what? I gotta start respecting shit and take a different approach. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it looked good on paper, but the game still gotta be played, man.
They played, bro. Fact, bro. Because we didn't see that happening. The way they crumbled
that shit was crazy.
But see,
man.
That situation, bro, I feel like the Clippers just kind of looked past Denver and started thinking about the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they were so prepared for the Lakers that they wasn't prepared for everybody else.
Yeah.
That's why even a season was kind of like up and down, where you wasn't sure, because I feel like they were so prepared for the Lakers that they kind of just forgot about everybody else.
Even in the regular season matchups, they always play their best game. Like, these niggas came to ball. Mm-hmm. They always play their best. When it was LA versus LA, they always play their best basketball. I'm like, that's why I was like, damn, I'm looking a little, I don't know. They might give us some problems.
And I don't feel like your man wanted that smoke either.
He didn't want it? I probably agree with you.
I don't think he wanted that smoke.
Probably agree with you. But back to the CP3, the CP3 point goes hand in hand with what I was saying prior to the season about your man, the jersey you got up there and all that. That dude.
Who, the MVP?
That dude.
Who, the MVP?
I told you.
The light-skinned nigga that can shoot anywhere.
From anywhere.
I was being real disrespectful about Steph Curry prior to this season. So I'm gonna get on this podcast and say some real shit.
Speak the truth.
I ain't expect him to be playing the way he playing right now. I ain't think.
Salute,
I ain't think that. I didn't say. I wouldn't say I think he had it in him. I haven't seen it. When I haven't seen something, I'm gonna say like, yo, I haven't seen it. So until you show me that you can do it without the support cast you usually have.
Now peep it though, because you say you haven't seen it. Like now you say you haven't seen it. I can say I've seen it.
No, that's because
that 2015 team.
I knew you were gonna see that.
Like,
they wasn't considered to be anybody. They had that same.
Can I say something real quick? M3.
Go ahead, Rick.
About what you just said, that 2015 team, right? Now remember how I said in the beginning of the year, the season, Haas was being a little so disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
So disrespectful to my guy Steph, saying that he never carried the team. But I believe Clay that year was all NBA third team. He might have been second, but I'm gonna go with third.
He was up there.
How was that not carrying the team? He never had a team where he had anybody first team, second team, up until the Golden State started going into that run.
Facts.
That's a fact.
So that played a part in it. I'm just saying though, I'm speaking on the fact that coming from when you was at the top of the pinnacle, and now the expectations is low, and for you to still perform at that level, I didn't see it in him. Not saying he had a talent. I just think, like I said, I was speaking to more so the fact that he was more a product of the system and not his actual talent as a basketball player. That dude, he the truth. I don't like him, but he can play ball.
One of the best in the world, man. So now that we brought that up, since we brought him up, right? Let's get into that. Is he a legit, valid MVP candidate?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. This nigga playing with a JV team.
I'm glad you said that, Reem, because I was watching the game last night against the Heat, right? And the announcer said it, or was it this morning? It was something I was watching when it was like, out of all of the candidates, Steph is the only one that doesn't have a legit number two.
Nope.
Fact. I agree with that.
Now, his numbers, those are the same numbers from that 73-9 team. He was unanimous. The numbers are basically identical.
Yeah.
30, 50, and 40 and 90.
But that 73-9 team came with wins.
Right. Now,
there's no difference, yeah.
With that being said, with the wins, right? This team is not doing better than expected, Reem. They over 500, 2 or 3 games.
Way better than expected. Steph is the man right now.
If I'm not mistaken, they probably like a 6 or 7 seed at this point.
Eighth, I believe.
Now, that got to count for something. So let me ask you this. Let me ask both of y'all, actually.
They in 7th seed, actually. That's not bad.
With that, I think that win last night moved them up some.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask both of y'all. Give me your 3 candidates for MVP right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, matter of fact, not just MVP. Give me 3 candidates for MVP, 3 candidates for 6-man, and give me your the 2 teams you see in the finals.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead. Go.
I got Embiid as 1 for MVP. I got LeBron. I wouldn't say 2, but he definitely in the top 3. He's the 2 or 3 basically. And I got I'm gonna say Durant. I'm gonna say Durant is my 3rd or 2nd. I know the Embiid is definitely number 1. And then 2 and 3, Bron and KD is interchangeable at this point. I think LeBron been playing well this year. Even when AD in the lineup, he still ain't even looking at himself. So LeBron basically been carrying the team. If you've really been watching, he been carrying them. He leading them in every statistical category.
AD not bowling like he was last year.
He's not playing well. So if you're just watching him, I was thinking about the other day. I'm like, yo, the way LeBron is carrying them, keeping them competitive. AD obviously he the defensive anchor, but the way LeBron is efficient and carrying them offensively, I got to put him in the top 3. I don't think he's gonna win it. I think Embiid or KD will win it, but LeBron's definitely in the top 3 though.
Now, who you got for your top 3 6-men?
6-man, damn, that's tough because I haven't really been following all of the 6-man as far as who's playing well off the bench. I know Clarkson's up there. Damn, I don't really know who else. I'm definitely gonna put Montrezl Harrell in there though.
He been balling. I'm gonna surprise y'all with my picks.
And the 3rd, I don't know. I got to do a little bit more research on the 6-man. I haven't really been paying that much attention to who's coming off the bench and playing well. But I got those are my 2 right now.
And what about your final two teams? I already know you're gonna say the Lakers. So who else?
I got what everybody want to see. Lakers Nets. I don't think nobody definitely. I don't think nobody in the East. I think the Philly got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a lot of firepower over there in Brooklyn, man. I don't know. Embiid gonna have one of the best series of his life. And I think Tobias is the X factor. I think Ben Simmons is gonna play well. He playing well. People, they not giving him credit he deserves. He definitely one of the best defensive players in the league. He might win Defensive Player of the Year.
I feel like Philly gives him a run if Ben Simmons is playing.
Yeah. So yeah, I got Brooklyn and LA in the finals.
So who you got for your MVP, Reem, as far as the three candidates?
I'm gonna start by saying you could easily say LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
You could easily say Kevin Durant. I feel they should be eliminated from that conversation. Reason being, LeBron is playing with a top 5 player. Kevin Durant is playing with James Harden and Kyrie, two of the best scorers in the league. That's my opinion. So now when you team up with those type of players, you're supposed to win.
That's a valid
point. This is what you're supposed to do.
That's a valid point.
Right? So my pardon the alcohol, bro. But, my MVP candidates is in no particular order, Jokic, Paul George, and Embiid. Honorable mention, Steph Curry.
Yeah, if that's your point, if you going, then I gotta put Donovan Mitchell in it. If I'm excluding KD and Braun, then I definitely gotta put I definitely gotta have Donovan Mitchell in it, and that's a good point though, because how you the most valuable player to your team when you playing with those type of players, it's hard to argue that. So that's a good point.
Because automatically off rip, when you team up like that, right?
You're gonna win.
You expect it to win.
Yeah.
That's like if me, you, and M3, we team up. We know we love sports, right? And we going against some other sports podcasters. We expect it to win.
Right.
That's just like niggas here, like it's us three on this tonight. Like niggas is waiting for this to drop. They know that this is gonna be fire. Like, because they know all three of us gonna have valid points, and we all know the game. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, not to throw y'all off and all that. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to talk about the Knicks. They sitting at 6 in it. They sit at 6 in the East right now. Like, how y'all feeling about the Knicks this year?
Ooh, I done lost a lot of money this year betting against the Knicks.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, y'all know I wrote the Julius Randle post a few weeks ago. I think they was like 10 games in or 12 games in, and I kept saying, yo, keep your eye on Julius Randle because he's gonna be an all-star.
He's definitely gonna be an all-star.
Yeah, I think he did.
You commented on my post. You said, yo, I need to see more. I know Haas posted commented and he said 100.
Yeah.
But I've been paying attention. Oh, anytime New York City looking good, I'm from New York, nigga. So
at heart, yeah.
I'm from New York at heart, so it's only right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this about them. I feel like by the end of the season, they're gonna be that team that nobody wants to face in the playoffs. Because from one thing that I did see about them, I just really can't front, is they play hard.
Tom Thibodeau.
They defend the rock, and I feel like Derrick Rose, even if he's not playing like OD Rose, he brings something else to them young boys. And he's really, I watched the last few games, and I see him pulling guys in huddles and breaking stuff down.
Yeah, he bring that leadership
that pedigree.
And especially the way things is looking in the East, where like Milwaukee's not looking so invincible. Like I feel like the East, outside of Philly and the Nets, the East is kind of shaky.
It is though. You can see
Boston is not.
How it is.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Boston. I'm not sold on
the
Toronto.
Pacers. Like, so I feel like let's excuse me, with the Knicks right now they're gonna be in that 5, 6, 7 seed. So I feel like if they end up in that 5 or 6, whoever's in that 4 or 3 spot, they're gonna have to work for that first round.
It's gonna be tough,
and they can get beat.
Yeah, the Knicks.
They can get beat.
They like I said, like you said, M3 defensively, they playing well. They
can get beat.
They third in the league in defensive efficiency. So they definitely bringing that old school, not old school New York defensive mindset, but Tom Thibodeau definitely got them playing well on that side of the ball.
And they kind of got like that old school method with like, we ain't got to be the most talented team. We just got to play hard.
Yeah.
And they out hustling a lot of teams.
I was just about to say, M3, hustle don't have a bad day.
That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact.
Hustle don't have, you ain't got to score 30 points.
Defense travels.
Yep.
Yeah, defense travels.
It's hard to watch every single game. You know what I mean? Like we really be all over it with the sports and shit. So it's really hard to catch every game. But the games I've been catching, they really hold each other accountable on that side of the ball defensively. They lost yesterday to Toronto. I think Terrence Ross went off, but overall, if they keep that same mindset, and they definitely gonna be a team to be reckoned with in the playoffs.
They got some young guys. They not scared.
Yeah.
They taking it to whoever's in front of them.
Schroeder out tonight.
Who that?
Schroeder out tonight.
Yeah, KD gonna have Kyrie gonna have 40. He probably gonna get 40 anyway, but
yeah, but he gonna be putting it up tonight.
Yeah, it's on.
He gonna be. Kyrie ain't been the same since he hit that 3 against Golden State. I feel like he didn't get enough credit for winning that chip that he felt he deserved, and I feel like it's been a little something in him since then.
I think he got a little bit of resentment towards LeBron. I think I don't know what it is.
And I tell people all the time, like if you ever get a chance, and you able to watch that Game 7 against Golden State again, try to go back to like the last 6 minutes of that fourth, where Cleveland kind of went maybe like 5 or 6 possessions, giving the ball LeBron, and he couldn't get nothing. He couldn't get nothing. And then they put the ball in Kyrie's hands. He hit that 3. And I feel like I said, he deserves way more credit for that chip that he got. Like he might even feel he deserved that MVP. Because a lot of people forget when they was down 3-1.
I seen him score 41 with LeBron.
It wasn't just LeBron scoring 40
in the next game.
It wasn't just LeBron.
4, 5, and 6.
And
numbers is crazy.
And people, Reem, Kyrie played a big part in breaking that Golden State defense down.
He did. How?
He played a big part in breaking that Golden State defense down.
I love Steph Curry. He was.
They couldn't do nothing, bro. It didn't matter who they put on him.
I can't even get the words out, bro. But
it didn't matter who was on him. Clay, whoever.
Yeah.
He was doing whatever he wanted.
He was putting niggas in the easy bake oven, bro.
He was doing whatever he wanted, and I feel like he played a big part, and he didn't get that proper respect.
And that's one thing I want to speak on this a little bit. I really hate the fact that media and the fans do this because, bro, the argument would be, oh, Kyrie never won nothing without LeBron, right? But when fans argue, it's LeBron won a ring for Cleveland. Well, who hit the shot?
Right.
Kyrie,
I hate it, bro. I hate it.
That's one of the most iconic shots in NBA history. But
as a kid, you dream of that.
Yeah,
sometimes that shit definitely get overshadowed by the Braun chase down block on Iggy. That shot.
That's
was
a fact. And not to take from it, but that block was big. But I feel like that shot was bigger. That shot was way bigger.
Yo, M3, I said it earlier. The shot gonna always be bigger because the name of the game is basketball, bro. You have to put the ball in the hoop to win.
Now, see, and this is one of my issues with Dude. And some of my issues with Dude ain't even his fault. But they give him credit for everything. Like when it's all said and done, like let's not even talk about right now. Let's go 20 years down the line. When you got the younger kids that really don't know nothing about Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and they're gonna know a little bit about Kobe.
Our kids.
They're gonna know a little bit about Kobe, but LeBron's gonna be the guy. He went to the chip 9 straight times. He took 3 different teams. They're not going to talk about him bringing Hall of Famers to play with him.
The context of it. They ain't going to get into the context.
Like, I see somebody talking about, y'all kept saying LeBron come West, it'll be different. I'm like, bro, like he's playing with another top 5 player. Like, they're supposed to be playing like this.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It ain't like he went over there and took them young boys to the chip.
Right.
Like, He went over there. Them young boys ain't even want to play with him because he was trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, I remember one game they ain't even want to sit next to him, but that's neither here or there. I don't really want to,
Don't disrespect LeBron like that, M3, because you remember before even AD got there, before he had the groin injury, I think he just tanked it because he wanted that trade for AD.
You know it.
But
it was in 4th place, that's a fact.
4th seed with those young niggas.
Right.
You can't take that away from him. They wasn't no championship contender. He knew that. So he's like, damn, I can't. We got to get that draft pick. I got to pack these niggas up. AD, I need you type shit. That's what it was. But so I kind of get what you're saying, but he did have them at 4th in the West. That was just a few years ago.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So
that's a fact. And I respected that. Because I ain't even gonna hold you. I would have respected him taking them young boys to the conference finals more than I would have respected that chip last year. Because in all reality,
a game like that, M3, everything is about winning. So the way you break it
dig
down,
it. I dig it.
Context, the sports world gonna look at it like but
and his
I feel like at the same time, M3, I get what you're saying, but when you got a caliber of LeBron, it's win now, bro. Son is nice,
Facts.
bro. Son is dead nice, bro.
Facts. He can ball. I never say he's trash.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying
but
say you respect the conference finals more. Nah, I respect chips more, bro.
Not just the conference finals, but for him to take them young boys to the conference finals. In all reality,
so look.
Once AD came over, they was the favorites.
Right, I hear that, but I do want to
no two ways around it.
I'm gonna act like I'm working for Clutch Sports right now.
Oh man,
I do want to speak good on, bro, because I'm on some surround shit right now, bro.
He about to go get his goat mask.
But nah. But we did see him take a young Cleveland team 2007 to the finals.
And Reem, not to cut you off, I was a LeBron fan at that point.
Me too. I'm gonna get into that.
The Miami move is what turned me off.
Me too as well. Because I'm a competitor at heart, bro. That's the way I was brought up. But not only did we see that the 2007, we seen the 2018 remarkable playoff run. That shit was one for the ages, bro.
Yeah.
He took that team with George Hill and them. Niggas didn't think they was going to the chip. He took them niggas, so.
And they got packed up, but that definitely was crazy though.
But hats off to LBJ, bro.
He top 3 in my book, maybe top 5.
Yeah, you gonna say 10 next?
Huh?
You gonna push him back to top 10 next?
Nah, he top 5. I still don't got him ahead of Kobe.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna put him ahead of Kobe.
My top 5 all time. My top 5 all time is Mike, Kobe, Wilt. I probably put Braun number 4. And 5, I'll probably go with either Oscar Robertson or Larry Bird.
No, I gotta have Kareem in my top 5. You can't be the leading scorer of NBA history and not be in the top 5.
That's a fact. But
it's still debatable though. That's debatable. But he's in my top 5.
Me personally, I feel Magic Johnson is overrated.
A lot
of old heads get at me when I say that.
Fuck me up with that one, bro.
A lot of old heads get at me when
I'm gonna say my top 5 is See, some of the older heads, I'm gonna leave the older heads out of it. I mean, I did my homework, I did my history on them. I respect their game, I know who they are, but I didn't see that.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
But just out of respect, I'm gonna leave Mike in it because shit, Mike is the world, bro. It's no explanation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave Mike, Kobe, Shaq, Iverson, and LeBron.
That's solid. AI get overlooked a lot.
Yeah,
so,
a lot,
too much.
A lot.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people look like this sports group. The sports group I'm following on Facebook, they be disrespecting AI because they saying with it, besides going to the finals that 1 year, his whole career he's been a career loser. What did he accomplish? So they be disrespecting him on that level. But like I said, if you didn't see this man play, there's a lot of young niggas on that shit too. You got to be able to watch the game and see it.
Right.
And why would you put him in the top 5? A lot of people don't see that. They look at, like I said, they box score watchers. They watch the standings and don't actually understand.
ESPN watches, baby.
I was just about to get into that, Reem. I feel like and I'd be a little upset at I feel like this started from Shaq and Kenny trashing Barkley all the time.
Disrespecting him, yeah.
Cause like if you seen Barkley play, Barkley was a beast.
A monster.
The only reason a lot of those guys from that era don't have rings is because of Michael Jordan.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, when Shaq and when you got Shaq and somebody like Kenny Smith, who basically he wasn't never a number 3 on his own on any team.
He's just on the team. He knocked out some shots.
Like even if you listen to his stories, all his stories is like, well, we used to throw the ball to Kareem, to Hakeem. Like it's never nothing he did.
Facts. Like, yo, I hate when he be talking about them 2 bullshit rings.
Right. So like when he starts if you watching the game and you hearing them talking, they always talk like trash and Barkley about not winning.
I hate it.
So like I feel like that kind of like the winning is cool, but I feel like it overlooks like some of the raw talent.
Right.
Because in that era of ball, like dudes had pride in not going to team up.
Right.
Like you get sometimes when they say, well, Barkley teamed up with Hakeem and Clyde, but like Barkley was on his last legs.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like these dudes was in a dream team prime teaming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like the biggest reason why I don't like how they trash him on national TV like that is because when you got that type of stage and you create those type of narratives, this is what people believe that
it's facts.
Makes you a successful player or makes you a success story in the NBA. That's why I like Dame Lillard attitude. When he even did the Gilly podcast the other day, he said, I don't care about everybody joining teams and all that. That's cool and all that. I'm not with that type of energy and all that. He said, if you do it and you win, all right, that's cool. But I'm gonna be over here and I'm just gonna be doing me. That's just what it is. I ain't never been that type of dude to be.
And I respect that.
He been mentioned that years ago too, though. But like I said, when you got that when you on the stage like that, you on national television, you got a responsibility to the crowd you appeal to say shit that not just what people want to hear. Say real shit. And they be saying they say the shit that everybody gonna say. Oh, you never won nothing, so why should I listen to you? Right. People killing niggas.
Right. I feel like that's disrespectful, man.
Very disrespectful.
I feel like it's disrespectful all the way.
Yeah, the narrative they creating now that you got to win a championship to be successful or be a success story. It's disrespectful to the. You know how hard and sweat and tears he put into the game, but that's disrespectful, bro.
And real talk, Haas, it really got niggas jumping out the window.
Yeah,
because like now everybody wants to team up.
Yeah,
even if you might team up with some dudes where your game don't even match with theirs.
Yeah,
right. They just like, yo, you a star, I'm a star, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I respect LeBron for this. Like when he team up with people, he know who he teaming up with. He not just teaming up with top stars. You got to compliment his game.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? He not just coming or getting with you because you good. You got to be able to compliment his game.
Right. And I want to say something to that. I want to talk about that topic for a second because you know, social media shit can be misconstrued. You'll see something and think something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this. Me, since a youngin', I always been a competitor, bro. That's me. I feel like no matter what I do, I'm the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm playing pickup ball in the park, I'm the best player on my team. We gonna win this game. I don't give a fuck who on the other team.
We gonna win because I'm on this team.
If I'm on the football field and mates or Lafferton or the 80th, you know what I'm saying? I'm the best player on the team. We're gonna win, bro. Right. But I noticed because you see me supporting a player that you think, oh, I'm with the Fugazi shit. No, I'm not with the Fugazi shit. But what I do know is times change. Everything changes, whether it's music, sports, whatever. Nothing stays the same right now, right? So if this is what's going on in the NBA, we have to adapt to it. It is what it is. It's not going to stop, bro.
That's true.
It's not going to stop.
Yeah, a lot of people
want to win now. And this shit, a lot of people don't know. This didn't start in the NBA. It started with AAU basketball.
Right.
All the best players teaming up.
Right.
Then the best players going to college together. It's been this way.
Yo, I seen a picture of an AAU team from a couple of years ago, and every single player on the team is in the NBA.
You see?
That's a whole fact, bro. Like they had Trey Young, every single player on the team, bro.
Zion and them.
Yeah. Every single player on the team was in the NBA. I'm like, wow, like they had to smoke everybody. And not for nothing. If you like, even going back, you know, I'm a little older, even going back to like my era with Gauchos and all of that.
I was around for that era.
They was doing the same thing. They had Steph, all of them on the same team. Like, know what I'm saying? So like, it goes a long way.
History to notice.
It go a long way. It ain't. This ain't nothing new. It's kind of new for the NBA,
right?
But this ain't nothing new to the sport at all.
Oh, at all.
Nothing new to the sport at all. Nice. You know, nobody wanted, and I feel like the analysts with the whole, if you don't win a chip, you're not successful. That just added on to it.
Yeah, that's irresponsible.
That just added on to it.
The media, like what gives these guys the right to say this shit? And these niggas never picked up a basketball in their
That's
life.
a whole fact. That's a whole fact.
You feel me? Like how did y'all get this job, bro?
Yeah.
How?
Well, a lot of the times, it's hard for me to follow those analysts and pay attention to them.
Don't get me wrong. I watch the shows. You know, I watch the shows. That shit is entertainment for me.
I was just about to say that. I watch it more for entertainment.
I watch it for entertainment, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all on this podcast. The only reason why I like Skip is biased as hell. Yes, he hates LeBron. Yes, I'm saying that,
I love Skip.
But the only reason why I'm gonna tell you why I like him. Because Skip is me in real life. I done seen Skip talk about these guys, and they come on his show, and he meant what he said.
He's gonna say the same thing.
If you watch the T.O. interview, he went crazy on T.O.
He's gonna say the exact same thing. He's not gonna back down from nothing he said.
He's not gonna backtrack. He ain't gonna act like you his buddy so he could get something out of you. Nigga gonna tell you.
Everything that he said when you wasn't there, he gonna say it to your face.
You ain't a Hall of Famer, and I'm telling it to you now. That's why I like Skip.
That's a whole fact.
Yeah. I think you quit. In this game. He gonna definitely say it. Yeah.
See, I like Skip for the entertainment factor, because even when Shannon got him pushed up against the corner where it's really nothing he could say,
right?
He's still gonna find something.
Be right.
He's still gonna find something to say to sway his narrative. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. No matter what, he's still gonna find something to say. But let me ask you about this, right? KG made a statement the other day. I don't know if y'all seen it.
I seen it. I'm on tune with anything basketball.
He's like the players from 20 years ago couldn't have played against the players today. Now, I agree and I disagree.
Right.
Because I feel like the players today needed the players from then to come up with this style of play today.
Yeah, they the pioneers, so you can't have one without the other.
Now, I also feel like a lot of the stuff that they're able to do today, they probably couldn't have did back in the day because the rules were different.
Right.
It could be a little more physical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could barely touch him today.
Yeah.
Back then, you could hand check. So when a lot of young guys who never played against somebody that could hand check you, like I used to think as a teenager, I thought I was nice until I played against a 40-year-old nigga hand checking me.
Yeah.
And I can't move. Because his grip is so strong, and wherever I move, he's right there. And that makes a big difference on the defensive side that I don't think these young guys understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't give you time to step back and get into your moves to do whatever. I'm up on you. So when you move, I'm right there with you.
And if you came into my lane, I'm putting you on your ass.
That's a whole fact. And I don't think, they say they wasn't playing basketball, they was playing football. No, they play intimidation. Because after one or two times going in there and getting hit,
you ain't gonna want to go in there.
That third time, you thinking about it. So
you gotta shoot jump shots.
Yeah. And my thing with the era today and then, I feel like today, and I don't want to say I feel like there was more skill back then. I feel like the IQ was higher. Like, I don't feel like there were a lot of bad shots taken then.
No.
And this era, I feel like there's a lot of bad shots taken. Like, everybody can't be the Steph and the Clay taking fast break 3-pointers.
You gotta have a gun to do that.
Right. And I feel like if just because you open on a fast break, you shoot a 3. Like, that ain't for everybody, bro.
No, you don't get benched for that, nigga.
Yeah, that ain't for everybody. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Even like a somebody like Steph or Clay that's gonna make the shot. A coach will bench you. That in the
Greg Popovich will bench you.
You could make it. He pulling you.
You pulling up you out the game.
Yeah, I'm pulling you.
Yeah, what you doing? Facts. That's just so back. I think I'm happy the game kind of transitioned into the way it transitioned to today. It's I wouldn't say more skill. It's just I think it's just the game is more expanded. It's like it's more possessions. It's more fun to watch to me.
Right, but
you don't say that intentions. The game's about ticket sales now.
Yeah. Like everybody want to see the 3 ball. Everybody want to see niggas dunking on.
Offense sells.
Yeah. So the more points, the more tickets, the more people gonna be in tune. So
I did research on that, and not only with basketball. Like I did, Haas. You remember the year the Rams was the best offense in the world.
Yeah, the best show on turf.
Best show on turf. Ticket prices skyrocketed.
Greatest show on turf, yeah.
Yeah, ticket prices skyrocketed.
And that's kind of with all sports right now. Like, even with the football, like they want them high scoring games.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Ticket prices.
Yeah,
even the rules are fit for you to score the ball, to run it up.
Yeah.
They don't want to see no 31-9 Super Bowl.
M3.
You know, they was pissed off by that.
You remember, well, yeah, of course you know you Golden State, but shit, bro, perfect example. They motherfucking finals prices for courtside was $100K plus.
That's a fact.
Yeah, facts.
Ticket prices went through the roof from 2015 to 2018.
They was charging $500-600 for the upper deck.
Facts.
Yeah, that's crazy that you said that because I looked at the top grossing teams, like the richest team in the league. Golden State
number 2.
They passed the Lakers.
Yeah, they number 2. They're behind the Knicks.
So that's what I'm saying. Knicks was 1, and Golden State was 2. I said, whoa, what? So that whole Steph era, that shit just catapulted them, like skyrocketed they shit through the roof, nigga. Like people, like I said, that style of play, people really want to see that. You know what I mean? So in that regard,
it's fun to watch.
Change the game in that regard. So you got to give him that.
You know, it's fun to watch. They running it up. They shooting the ball like.
You shooting the ball from the logo. People want to see shit like that. People want to see
fun to watch.
Him shimmy and showboating on niggas, shooting no-look threes. People want to see that shit. So
shout out to Patrick Beverly. I want to go viral too.
Nah, it's over for that.
It's my turn now.
Nigga said, make my shot go viral. That shit go viral.
Yeah, he bugging. He took him crazy.
He bugging. He just want attention right now.
Yeah.
So, people, I want to what y'all think about that Draymond comment?
Hey.
As far as the when he was talking about how the
organization,
the Cavs and the Pistons, they're gonna sit out Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin until they're able to trade them. But when James Harden was sitting out because he wanted to be traded, they made him seem like he was a bad guy.
That was big.
But now knowing the narrative kind of changed now that the team is choosing to sell him.
I'm gonna say this: Draymond is right, but when you're working for somebody else, this is how it goes, bro.
It's part of the business. Yeah.
Until you own your own, and ain't nothing you could do to change it.
Yeah.
See, me personally, I don't like the players demanding trades.
I don't like it either.
Publicly though.
I don't. If you sign a contract, play out your contract, leave when you're gone. Because you got guys, they signing max contracts for 5 years. After 3, they want to leave. Then they kind of forcing your hand because now the team gets to the point where you want to trade them to get something because you don't want to lose them for nothing.
No, I can't. I disagree with that just a little bit, M3. Because if I'm a third-year player and my first 3 seasons I've improved. You signed me to a 5-year deal. Within that 5-year deal, in those first 3 years, if I've even eclipsed my first 3 years, then I think I deserve more money. I think I'm not saying that you got to pay me the world, but if you're not willing to pay me my worth at that point, then I want to go somewhere where somebody's gonna appreciate me and pay me what I truly deserve. Even though I got 2 more years on my contract, like you said, I signed that prior to those 3 seasons. If I've outplayed that contract to the potential, I've just outgrown that. Like, nah, I know you're gonna play like this. Then I think that I deserve to be compensated for that. I think I deserve to be compensated.
This is
it's
another
a double-edged
reason.
sword. It's a double-edged sword. Like,
and like I say, I'm not a big fan of dude, but this is what I respect about him. LeBron, in this last contract he signed with the Lakers, his longest deal in a while.
Yeah.
He usually signed 2 years with a 1-year option.
Right.
So if after the first year he don't want to be there, he could be a free
Lakers underpaid him too, by the way.
He's way underpaid.
Way underpaid.
But you know,
LeBron should be getting about $50 million a season just because you know what he's gonna bring to the table.
You know what, Reem? Mm-hmm. Players of that stature are always going to be underpaid. Because you got to think to yourself, if for what he brings to the table is $50 million enough.
That's a fact.
Know what I'm saying? Like Jordan in his heyday, he was getting 30 a year.
Nah, he didn't even get 30. He didn't get 30 until his last season in Chicago.
Right. He was getting, and the 30 wasn't even his whole contract. He signed for 25 and got a $5 million signing bonus.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got players who don't even start getting that.
Right.
What do you mean season?
You know what I'm saying?
You got a nigga like Gordon Hayward getting $40 million a season, bro.
$40 million.
And it's like, wow, like, but that goes all with inflation.
Yeah,
the money value changed.
The cap
TV bills, merchandise, all
of that. Keep expanding. It's gonna keep expanding. We're gonna see way bigger contracts in the next few years. Like,
and this time you don't get paid what you're worth. You get what the market calls for you to get.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people don't know that though, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You getting paid off of projection.
And let's go back to the Dak situation. Dak won like 40 something a year.
Right.
And but he ain't won nothing.
They offered 35. He said,
you're right. But then you got somebody like Pat Mahomes who's supposed to be the top guy now. He getting 50 plus.
Right.
So it causes for him to get 40.
Yeah, that's the market.
That's the market.
Yeah.
Regardless if you think he's worth it or not, but this is what the market calls for. So this is what he want. He not gonna take the 35.
That's why my man Shaq Daddy better chill with that pocket watching, bro.
Yeah, he wilding.
Shaq be wilding.
I love him, but he makes me mad, man. He's like his ball head.
My shit with Shaq is you had your time, bro. Like you made your money.
Facts.
If you played in today's time, sure you'll probably get that or more.
Yeah.
Facts.
But your era's gone, bro. Like let's move on.
Yeah, he definitely hating on Gobert $200 million contract.
Yeah, let's move on. Like you got your time, Shaquille.
Yeah, that's he out of line with that.
Now let me ask y'all this, because I remember I had posted Haas was like, nah, I'm wilding when the Cavs got Jared Allen. I was like, Andre Drummond's on the way out. So who y'all think gonna move by the trade deadline, and where y'all think they could end up?
I think Drummond going to a contender. It might fuck around and be the Nets, Clippers, or Lakers. Don't be surprised.
I think I was thinking about that before we jumped on. I think I think Drummond might end up with Toronto or Boston.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Boston. I've been hearing Toronto, but I'm leaning towards Boston. I don't think the Nets or the Lakers can afford him because I believe he's making like 27 or something right now.
Yeah, the Lakers can afford him if they move Kuzma and Montrezl. If they do that, then they can get him.
Now
I don't know if they're gonna want that. I don't know if they're gonna want that.
Now you can move them for him, but he's a free agent next year. He's gonna want more money. So it's like, is it worth moving them for me to let him go to next year?
No, they won't be able to afford him, AD, and Bron.
Nah, it ain't gonna work.
I mean, owners might just have to pay over the luxury. I mean, how often does that type of player come along? We talking a guaranteed 20 and 20, right?
Yeah, in fact.
Now I seen a post on social media pertaining to Drummond, and the post said, Drummond is the only guy that could give you 30 and 20 with no impact.
Have an impact on the game. Yeah, I seen that too. Facts.
Right. So you put Drummond with a good two guard, what ain't gonna happen?
No, they're saying though. I think it's more of the circumstances of where he's playing. That's why it's not really looked at as an impact. When you play on a competitive team,
they're saying it in a negative light.
Yeah, but if you play on a competitive team, you put 20 and 20 on the Lakers.
Yeah,
that's a chip. That's a chip.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's more so.
I feel like if he go to Boston, you got to watch out.
Yeah, they right now Boston not looking good. They just 14 or 14, 500 for that team.
But a lot of teams ain't looking good, and you got this COVID shit, man. A lot of players ain't even getting a chance to play. That's why everything looks so close in the standings right now.
Yeah, facts. It's all junked up. There's nobody really like yo, they that team. We just projecting right now as far as what we gonna see towards the end of the season as far as Lakers Nets, but ain't nobody really like dominating the league.
I feel like a lot of teams we haven't gotten to see because of the COVID, because Miami's just getting healthy as far as with the whole COVID thing. I think they suffered the most from
Dragic is hurt still, so.
Because Jimmy Butler, he just had 3 straight triple doubles.
Yeah,
he was playing with 2 more before that.
Yeah.
So now they looking like a whole different team right now. They could be going right back to the chip.
I think people overlook the fact that the fans not playing. I think if we play 82 games in a season, about 25 games the fans gonna get you over. At least 25 games. That's almost a quarter. That's almost a quarter of the season. So now that they don't have that, it's hard to really get yourself going in the third quarter. Yeah, we down 15. I don't know. Like it's just hard to get in that gear. So the fans,
I feel like that's the reason why Milwaukee wasn't successful last year.
Fans really give you that added edge, like to get you back in the game, to get you going. And without that element, now you're starting to see these. Are they really that good? But then when they get to the playoffs, even with the fans, you wait, maybe they wasn't really that good then. Maybe the fans would really compelled them or propelled them to be as good as they think they are. And then when that real basketball is starting to be applied, like, well, nah, they not really that good of a team. Now we seeing that more so early often in the season without the fans. Like, oh, maybe this is really who y'all are. So I don't know. I think the fans is a big reason why most of these teams ain't really playing that well. The best teams obviously gonna play the best basketball. You can see that. Fans are not. You can see the way they played, the way they coached, the way they defend. Like this team, we could put them in a different bag or different.
They're still gonna be the same team.
They're gonna be a good team regardless. They're gonna travel. They play well. But a lot of those teams without the advantage, you like.
So I was gonna say, also, I feel like discipline gonna play a part as well. Not only if you the best, but whoever could quarantine the best, gonna get there.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like that's where LeBron IQ kicks in for me as far as with the Lakers. Like he's gonna hold them other guys accountable. He's gonna use everybody on the team to their best ability. He knows his game, and he's gonna want the team to bring in the players to benefit his game. And they're like, it's no coincidence every team he played for run the same offense. That's not a coincidence.
Nah, not this year.
You don't think so?
I mean, not the Lakers. Because I'm gonna say this: when he was in Cleveland, it was ball dominant, right? He was ball dominant. When he went to Miami, ball dominant as well. Wade took the backseat. When he went to Kyrie, when he went with Kyrie, Cleveland was playing isolation basketball with them two players.
Mm-hmm.
With the Lakers, he not playing ball dominant or isolation basketball.
I feel like with the Lakers, all he really been this year has been a little different because AD been in and out of the lineup. But last year, I felt like basically all he did was throw it in the post to AD.
Yeah, I'll give it to. I'll feed it to AD all day too.
It was a lot of that going on.
Yeah, carry me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they go to AD early. LeBron pretty much pick and choose his spots. Mm-hmm. He's in cruise control. And you know, that was the game plan. It worked.
The first 2.5 rounds of the playoffs, AD was that dude, but LeBron took over later on in those series.
And the finals was his. I said I gotta fall back now, bro.
Yeah, you know what the game plan is. He know what he's doing. That's what I always tell you, bro. The dude is smart. He reserves himself for him to make himself look good.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw the ball to the post to the 27-year-old nigga, and I'm gonna wait.
And when we get to the finals, I'm gonna use whatever I got left in me.
I'm gonna put it in gear. Yeah.
I'm gonna kick it in gear, and I'm gonna get this MVP.
Facts.
And you know, even the way he take care of his body, and then you ask somebody like AD, like LeBron could play until he's like 40, 41.
Yeah, facts.
And be productive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could, like, at the end of his career, the numbers are gonna be like you're not gonna be able to look at the numbers and not say he's the GOAT.
Yeah, that's how they set it up to be though.
You're gonna look at and you're not gonna be able to not say it.
You're not gonna be able to not say it, but just my opinion, I feel like it's too many L's, bro. I'm sorry.
That's a fact.
People get mad because you don't agree with them, so you automatically instantly call the hater.
What's the crazy part? Now see that Reem, guys like us who watched it, we know, we seen it with our own eyes. But that next generation, they're only gonna go off the narrative that the media is gonna pitch.
Analytics. I'm saying it right.
They're gonna look at them. They're gonna bring up the numbers. Mm-hmm. They're gonna bring up 9 straight years to the championship. They're not gonna say he lost more than half of them. Yeah. They're not gonna say that. He took 3 different teams and won the chip.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he played with multiple Hall of Famers.
Can I ask y'all a question?
What's that?
Being that we on this topic, and I want to hear Haas' opinion as well. My question is, why is winning downplayed now? When ultimately the goal is to win. Okay. When have the goal ever been to I'm just getting there and that's it?
Yeah, Haas, you can attack that first.
No, I think a lot of that goes to LeBron. That's the biggest thing. When you what 6 losses in the finals, and then you still celebrate it as the best player in the league. So it's like, all right, I can still get there, still get mine, carry the team, still be the best in the world, and recognize that as the best in the world every year, and we celebrate it as because even the teams that beat LeBron in those championships. After the finals is over, they quickly talk about LeBron. They're not even celebrating the teams no more. All the times he lost in the finals, what's LeBron's next move? What's he gonna do? It's like I don't understand why that's the narrative and why they so focused on what this man is. That's just what it was. So that came with he kind of brought that energy with the way people see it as far as like just getting there and not actually winning it.
I mean,
the standard for us is like, yo, you get there, you obviously. The greatest standard is MJ 6-0, right? So we look at it like, how can it go from that to you 4-6, but you're the greatest player to ever win the game?
I feel like I agree with the whole LeBron situation. I feel like the media plays a big part as far as how they present the narrative, but I also feel like LeBron fans play a big part because yo, bro. A lot of LeBron fans never picked up a basketball, bro.
Yeah, a lot of LeBron fans will be pissed off when they tune into his podcast.
They never picked up a basketball.
You better make sure you edit this. You better make sure you edit some of this shit out.
Yo, bro. Anybody that know me, they knew this was coming.
They gonna be pissed off.
I didn't even go in how I want to go in. That's gonna come at a later date. But bro, a lot of LeBron fans, they never touched the basketball. They don't really know like the game itself.
Yeah.
And he's really all they know.
That's a fact.
You know I don't like arguing with.
He's really all they know.
I don't watch the game. I just watch LeBron. Oh no, I don't want to talk to you.
Like,
there's no conversation about.
You know, everybody know my favorite player is Steph Curry, but when I watch, I'm jumping around.
Right.
I'm watching all games.
All games, bro.
I'm watching all games. I want to see a little bit of everybody.
I'm watching Chicago and Detroit last night. Niggas, nobody watching that. Like, what?
Right? But I've been watching Chicago because I've been keeping an eye on Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Been balling.
Thanks.
So when I see that, when I look at, sometimes, you know, I don't tune into certain teams because they losing, but when I see the numbers, I want to see how he's getting them.
Yeah, fact.
Like I was presenting something to my man, maybe like last year, he was telling me about Devin Booker. He's a walking bucket. But I'm like, do that translate into a winner?
Yeah,
like,
fact.
He could score 28, 29, 30 on a losing team, but what's his average on a winning team?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you see that now.
CP3
you see that now. Now
yeah.
his average is down about 5 points.
Yeah.
But they winning now. Like when you get on a winning situation, sometimes you might have to sacrifice some of your offense for some wins. And it just be like that for certain players. So it's all about it translating. But as far as like, you know, LeBron fans see nothing wrong with what LeBron does.
I don't like talking to them. There's no objectivity at all.
I'm a Steph Curry fan, but I know my guy got flaws.
I want to speak on that as well, because I want to say, as far as, you know, the level of being a fan, I used to be like that with the Mamba, right? And a lot of people don't know, like, fuck you, but don't disrespect, but I was that way with Kobe, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, all the way real. I was that way with Kobe. What happened was, a few years ago, I had a situation where, in life, that took place, and the only thing I say it on camera, I was depressed, right? So I had to say to myself, yo, how can I come up out of this? What would make me happy coming up out of this? So I used to every night from like 11 o'clock at night, 7 in the morning, every night, I used to smoke bud all night, watch old games and shit. And then I really started getting into basketball. Right? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, if I'm going to be talking about this basketball, I got to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Kobe just ain't basketball.
Right.
So that's how that came about, of me actually looking at the game differently.
Copy, bro.
Now peep it though, because let's get into this now. What you bringing up, Kobe? May he rest in peace. Haas.
Yo.
Who's better, Kobe or MJ?
Oh shit! Hold up, Haas. I ain't gonna hold you. That was one of the biggest questions I wanted to ask you, because I don't think you explaining it on Facebook ain't good. Like, I gotta hear this from your mouth. Why do you feel? I love Kobe. You love Kobe, and I hate when you say it. I'm not even gonna lie. You know I'll be on your ass. But why do you feel Kobe is better than Jordan?
That dude's man. I think it's gonna really put me on the spot too.
Yeah, this is a podcast.
And after this, we could close out on this one.
Facts, because the game about to come on. Even though my man ain't playing, I'm still watch.
Damn. Like I think Reem, you said it earlier about how you first and foremost, when you see something for the first time ever, it's gonna blow your mind away. I understand that. Like, just seeing something like for the first time and it's the greatest thing you ever seen, it's gonna be hard for people to convince you that something else is greater than this. It's like your moms. No, none of us right now gonna say sorry, moms are better than our mom. We never gonna say that. I don't care what we go through. It's just like that first, yo, I can't believe it. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? But like you said earlier, people got to understand that the game changed, time changed, and people don't put shit in perspective or add context to conversation when they speaking about Kobe and Jordan. Now, there is a situation where you could learn from somebody and pass them. The student can surpass the teacher. I don't think people understand that. But I think people are so caught up in the fact that he's the greatest I ever seen, so I'm never going to put nobody above it. And I understand that in retrospect. I'm not arguing that. But just put it in perspective and understand exactly what I'm saying as far as how the game has changed and as far as competition. Like I said, I respect Jordan. He's a pioneer. Obviously, he even today players they're gonna say it. Even a younger player like, yo, nah, he the GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? Without actually really understanding why you calling him that. You saying it because everybody else is saying it, or because it's an easy argument. So people look at numbers like, yo, he's 6-0 in the finals. He never lost. He got to the chip and he never lost. But understand who, like, even watching the Bulls dynasty, I was watching it. I had the DVD, the Chicago Bulls dynasty 3 with the Lakers shit.
I got that.
I don't know what that shit was. I think I sold it or some shit. Some funny shit happened. I don't know why I did that, but
you wildin'.
Yeah, I sold it to a security guard in Rose when I was in Rose and shit.
You wildin'.
Now, yeah. Not to get into details, I remember you told me why you sold it. I remember.
Huh?
I said I remember, not to get into details, but I remember why you told me you sold it.
Yeah, I sold it. I don't know why. Yeah, I sold it.
Now you told me why, but that ain't the world business.
Yeah. But like I said, it's more so like even just watching like going even in his prime years of even like playing in the league, right? I never really seen, and it's not his fault. I'm here to dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I'm a killer. I'm here to whoever's out here on the floor. I'm here to take your heart and stomp all over it. And that's what he did. But he never, in my opinion, he never really had that counterpart. Like you could look at Kobe, like, yo, he had to go against T-Mac. He had to go against AI. It was direct competition. Like
Kobe was a basketball warrior. He was built for basketball.
It was like direct competition between Kobe and another alpha on another team. I never really seen Jordan have that alpha go at his neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that many skilled players back then. So, and like I said, it's not his fault. He was the most skilled player. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say that, like,
it's not like
his fault that he just worked harder and was better than everybody.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't get mad at that. Like I'm saying, like I'm here to get mine. If you out partying and you ain't working your game, that's on you.
You know what I'm bringing to the table.
I'm getting 50 tonight. I don't care what none of y'all do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just had that type of energy. But I'm just talking about direct competition at his position. I never really seen nobody. I'm not saying it was. I don't know if they was capable. I just never seen nobody. And he was all world defender, defensive player of the year, MVP, and all that one year. But just around the league, you couldn't even like you. It was Jordan here, and everybody like there, like you know what I'm saying when Cole was playing, D Wade right there, T Mac right there. It's like niggas that's I don't know. I heard niggas saying it when Cole was, Cole ain't the best. He the best. You ain't never heard nobody say that about when Jordan was playing. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like
that wasn't no coincidence though.
No, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying is it more? Are you really the greatest player, or the field just not good? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not blaming him for that. I'm saying
these niggas got access to the gym 24/7. Why aren't you that good?
Like I said, I'm not saying like I think like I said, I'm not taking away from him at all. Like it was still good players. Obviously, Hall of Famer Reggie Miller and all that. He had some type of competition, but them niggas ain't no KD. Them niggas ain't Kobe. Them niggas ain't D. They wasn't that type of competition. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, look at the competition. Especially at that position. Like,
Haas, I feel like I feel like he did have the competition.
Yeah, Penny was coming into it. Grant Hill got hurt. Like
he wanted it. He wanted it so much more that the competition never got a chance to get here.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like look,
they would like Reggie Miller had games against other teams.
Right.
But when it came to Mike just wanted it so much more that when you thought you was here, that took him another notch.
Perfect example, real quick, while it's fresh on my mind, about you saying Mike wanted it much more, right? We all watched The Last Dance, right? Correct, right? The year Mike was shooting Space Jam, he built the gym on a set. He said, yo, I just came back. The players don't even know that I did this to study them. That's why I built the gym on a set of Space Jam. We was running regular games, and while we was running regular games, I was studying your moves and everything you do for the upcoming season.
Good facts. I read that.
He did his homework.
Man, he was like I said, he the master assassin. I'm not disrespecting him at all. I never said like, oh, the nigga not good. I never would never disrespect no nigga that niggas really idolize. Like even Cole was saying like, yo, I really idolize this nigga. Like, like he really was that. He was that dude. They calling him Black Jesus. They ain't never a black. They calling a nigga Black Jesus
in the NBA. I never heard that before.
People looking like, yo, standing next to him, you couldn't believe it. This is MJ. Like he was really that dude. Like I hear stories. I be listening like, yo.
I just watched AI Hall of Fame speech where he was talking about his first game against Jordan.
He his father. He called him his father.
He said, I just couldn't stop looking at him. He almost didn't even look real.
He was like glowing. He's like glowing like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not disrespecting him in that regard. Like I said, I'm a biased niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like when I really first started watching basketball, I just started off rip. I was watching the Lakers when I first started watching.
Haas. Me too.
I always saw the purple and gold, and I was like, why these niggas? Like my older cousins watching the game, like. So I just really started following it from then. So I ain't never really see Jordan play like unless I seen it on the classics or the videos and all that. So the last dance.
They just played his last game yesterday. They were showing his last game.
It put a lot of shit in perspective when you watch the last dance and all that. Even though I'm friends, so I ain't watching it, but I did watch it.
I feel like the last dance put a lot of like emphasis on his mindset.
Yeah.
More than you got to actually see him play. Like you kind of got to see like why he was so good. Like he didn't care if you thought he was a nice guy.
The nigga made up stories just to kill you.
Yeah, like you know what I mean?
That shit crazy.
Like, he felt all type of motivation. Like,
yeah.
Like the story that sticks out to me the most was he said they played the Wizards and they had like a dude like that don't never play. He came and he gave Mike like 35 and they played him again a couple days later. And then you got the other story that stand out to me is the Dominique Wilkins story. You ever heard the story? Yeah. He said he came in and walked in the locker room and said, "Yo, I got 40 for y'all tonight."
Nah, that's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful.
So boom, on the closeout, fellas. Reem, you got any last thoughts you want to put out there before we get out of here?
Yo, first and foremost, shout out to you, bro, for actually doing what you said you was gonna do, man.
I appreciate y'all for stepping on, bro. Real shit.
You told me, we had a conversation. We was talking in front of my building, like
that's a fact.
For 2 hours.
That's
not
a
too
fact.
long ago. A lot of people don't know that. We chopped it up for like 2 hours in front of my building. You told me this is what you was gonna do, and I said, "Yo, bro, I'm with you every step of the way. I'm gonna support you, and I'm gonna actually get on there."
Yeah.
So I want to say, yo, salute to you, bro. I hope this shit turn out to be very successful for you. And once again, I'm here to support you. Whether you need me to promote your joint, whatever the case may be.
Make an appearance, yeah.
That's a fact. Give them your social medias and all that so they can follow you and all of that.
Oh, Instagram, you can follow me, RBO Reem. Facebook, Reem H. Armstrong. You might want to follow me on Facebook because that's why I give a lot of details about sports, basketball, football. And if you want to be live, come to my page, man.
Hey, all the time, yeah.
Yeah, you're wild. You're a different type
of Yo, Haas, any last thoughts?
Yeah. Shout out to M3L podcast, man. We've been chopping it up. You've been talking about this shit for a couple of joints now, like a few years. Like, yo, there's some shit I've been wanting to put out and all that. We were saying that, yo, it's gonna take off. You know what I mean? First episode, this one gonna definitely people gonna definitely
set
see
the tone. This was good, man.
People definitely gonna want to tap in and get on here. I'm telling you, when they gonna be let me get on the next one. And it's hard to pull off a podcast and manage it and get people to come on. I mean, the timing gotta be right and all that. So definitely salute to you on that. You know, I'm gonna be available. Like, just let me know. I'll make an appearance. It don't matter what I can say.
Appreciate you, bro.
You know, we ain't on no. One thing about the M3L, I gotta say this for my boy. We ain't on no Stephen A. and Mac shit or none of that. We respecting everybody's thoughts and we learning in the process.
That's
the key
a fact.
word is learning.
That's a fact.
Learning.
Yeah, even the whole time we gonna hit this now. Niggas wasn't shooting nobody shit down. Like it's a healthy debate. I mean, obviously it's gonna get a little more heated the more we get along in it, but it was.
It's only right though.
Yes,
it's only right. So on that note, all right, we out of here. I just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the page. Y'all can follow the Instagram and the Twitter at the M3L Podcast. Love is love. Blessings.
I love y'all boys, man.